going on, guys? It's your boy John the Liquidator coming back with another video, man. So it looked like Judy might have just abandoned Shedeur, bruh, for DESHAUN Watson. Then we got owner Jimmy Haslam pretty much saying that DESHAUN Watson can hit a home run if you start the season. You got Rizzo crashing out. What the hell been going on in Cleveland today? I know I'm late, but my goodness, y'all, man, smash that like button. We got to get down to business. There's a lot of things that has been happening in Cleveland today. This right here being one of them. Let's head on over to ESPN Cleveland right now, bro. Waste no time. So this was Judy, man. DESHAUN Watson and Judy are throwing and working out down in Florida. The Browns off-season workout program begins next week. This crazy to me because we just heard Todd Monken say yesterday that DESHAUN Watson ain't even been in the building. Dylan Gabriel ain't been in the building. So what y'all up to, bro? What y'all finna plot on? Cause this looking spooky. Look like y'all could be plotting on Shedeur or something. Now, I'm not saying it's against the law for Judy to work out with Shedeur, but you might be trying to help him. Like, you know, I'm just saying. He could look like he's trying to help him here a little bit. Beat out Shedeur. Do you want DESHAUN Watson to be your quarterback? Because that's what it looked like to me. Hey. I'm just saying, bro. Looking real spooky. Now, we got to move on to another subject right here, and that is Rizzo crashing out on Cleveland today, bro. He went off. Let's listen.
How in the hell is Shedeur not the starting quarterback at this moment? He finished the season on the field winning his last 2 games. Do you know any other organization that would take a rookie quarterback who got no reps whatsoever in training camp and in the first 10 weeks of the season? They throw him in, beat him to the Lions. Somehow he survives and wins 3 games. Including last 2 against your divisional opponents. He's got to earn the starting job. Okay, I'm okay with that. I hope Shedeur's okay with it. He's a gamer, he is. I just know based on what happened last year. Okay, there's a guy who got concussed and never played again. There's a guy who hadn't played in 4 years and coming off double Achilles, and a kid that won his last 2 games. And we're sitting here talking about who should be the starter. Get the out of here.
Facts.
How in the hell is Shedeur not the starting quarterback?
Facts. Big boy energy. Now, with that being said, y'all think Rizzo was the only one? No, because he wasn't. Because Adam Schefter went on a podcast today and let Jimmy Haslam have it. Let's listen.
I'm saying this, but do you think DESHAUN Watson is going to be the week 1 starter for the Browns this season?
You can't believe you're saying this? I can't believe Jimmy Haslam said that DESHAUN Watson has a great chance to start. Let's just take the Browns owner at his word, despite the fact that a year ago, Jimmy Haslam thought that DESHAUN Watson essentially had played his last down with the Cleveland Browns.
I believe he said it was a big swing and a miss.
Big swing and a miss is what he called it. Exactly, Dan. And now, a year later, that big swing and a miss is stepping back into the batter's box and getting another crack at the Browns starting quarterback job. And when the owner says there's a great chance, I believe that. Now, DESHAUN Watson has not played football in the NFL since Week 7 of 2024 when he tore his Achilles. And after that, he tore his Achilles again while recovering from the initial Achilles tear. I think people think of DESHAUN Watson and his sordid past with all the major legal serious issues that went on and think, well, that's why he hasn't played. Well, there were the off-the-field issues, and there were the on-field issues, and together it made for a combination that led Jimmy Haslam to say it was a swing and a miss. Everybody thought DESHAUN Watson had struck out. And I think it's one of the more underrated, bigger storylines of the NFL offseason. Like, nobody's talked about DESHAUN Watson. Nobody's forecasted him to be a part of the recipe to be the Browns starting quarterback. And here we are, less than a month in the draft, and we've got the Browns owner saying there's a great chance that Deshaun Watson, injured, beaten, battered, out of the league, trouble, is going to be their starting quarterback.
So that was Adam Schefter, man, speaking on the podcast today about the current state that is happening with the Cleveland Browns. Now, we know the Browns is not everybody's favorite, but to me, what Jimmy Haslam said, and to be exact, Cleveland Browns owner Jimmy Haslam now sees Watson as a great chance to reclaim the QB1 spot in 26. A shift from calling the 2022 trade a big swing and a miss. Amidst suspension, injuries, and poor stats, fifth-round rookie Shedeur Sanders showed promise last year, but Monkey calls it an open competition. That could include Dylan Gabriel, too. With workouts starting next week, fans and analysts favor Shedeur Sanders' upside over Watson baggage as the team seeks stability. Now, it's no secret that the Browns are in a heap of trouble, and like literally everybody's talking about this, bro. Everybody's talking about this.
Well, he becomes a free agent, and immediately after having a good season, and they sign him to another long-term contract. I just can't imagine that the Browns organization wants to sign up for that again. And then to Mike T's point, like, it's hard to imagine you want to commit to someone who's come off of 2 torn ACLs so recently and hasn't played in forever. It seems like the best case scenario is one of these younger, cheaper quarterbacks that they already have on the roster works out, or they don't work out and then you're ready to draft one next year. It feels like kind of the worst possible outcome is Deshaun Watson plays well enough to keep you out of the range of one of those quarterbacks, and then you extend him even further into the future and he becomes your quarterback of the future. I don't think that's what anybody in Cleveland really wants.
Yeah, and fundamentally, if the 4 of us were running the Browns, like, we're not going to beat Joe Burrow. We're not going to beat Lamar Jackson. Like, we're the 3rd best team in the division at best.
We wouldn't have that attitude if we were running.
Well, I'm just saying, with a rookie head coach, let's go get our own guy. So let's go with Shedeur. Let's go with Dylan Gabriel, and let's go draft another quarterback either this year or next year. So I just think it's improbable for him to play in 17 games and then to play well enough to beat the Ravens or the Bengals.
But you have a guy that you arguably made the worst trade in NFL history.
Right.
He's still there.
Correct.
So you owe it to yourself to trot this guy out and see what he can bring you with the money you're paying him and what you gave up. The Houston Texans built their whole successful franchise right now on this trade.
Or you could cut your losses and move on and say that was a terrible mistake, and people that made that decision, some are no longer in the building, and we're going to move on.
Well, instead, Jimmy Haslam is telling reporters that he has a great chance of being their starter. So,
yeah, he very much said that, man. I want to know y'all thoughts down in the comment section. Keep them bells on, man. I'll be back with more content throughout the day. Till next time, dog. Shake the damn haters off.